Hello YouTube, Cameron here. I'm on my way back to the town dump again. I know it's been a long time, but I had some stuff going on in my life where I couldn't go digging, medical issues, mainly asthma, but my asthma is better now, so I should be able to go. Oh, good, looks untouched. You still see bottles on the surface, but it doesn't look like anyone's been digging. It's all covered in leaves. You can usually tell, I can tell it hasn't been touched since I've been here, which is good news. First, we'll do a quick surface hunt of the stuff I left behind, because sometimes stuff it turns out to be better than initially seems, like I miss embossing or something. So I'll take a quick look and I'll start digging. I'll check for erosion. Just put my other glove on and I'll be back when I find something. Just got one find that would have been nice. It's a Jacob Rupert. Normally they're extremely common and I don't take them. This one has the original stopper, but unfortunately it's badly cracked. And I got this nice ornate door hinge. That'll be good for art. Or crafts. You know what I mean? So nothing good for my collection yet, but I've just got into a spot that has high potential. So we can hope. I'll put the flashlight on and I'll show you. Let's see. Might need two hands though. I might have to put the video off. So my first decent find, because it's a local company. Well, it's a franchise or co-op or whatever you call it, Dairyman's League, but they brew bottles locally as well as elsewhere. This is a decent find, 1920s, because this whole dump is 1920s. I'll put this to the side. So probably will keep this. It seems to be in good shape. And I'll keep digging. But I'm probably going to switch spots soon. It's getting too difficult. Just put my flashlight on and I'll show you. Okay. I just found what would have been really nice. See heart? It's a stoneware jug. Unfortunately broken. Sherhorn. Would have been nice. Would have been blue stencil or something. See if I can find more pieces. And Honey Hole found two would have been year maker shards. Unfortunately broken, but hopefully there'll be more. And I just found this tree, which I think is made out of pottery, even though it looks like copper. It's glazed in copper. Whoa. It has a little hole in there. I think it's a bottle. Oh my god, that's awesome. Maybe an Inkwell, I don't know. I'll pack it up very carefully. Well, this is the day maker. I don't know what it is though. I have to be very careful with it, not to mess up the glaze. And in case there's any cracks in it. But look at that, it's a tree stump. It looks like it's a bottle, but it has a little opening over there. Whoa. I mean, wow. And I got a knee-high, which is local, Westchester County. Unfortunately, it's missing the top. Hopefully I'll find a better condition one. So let me just pack up this tree, and then I'll be back. I got a nice frosted glass jar with flowers painted on it. Hopefully some of the flowers survive, and most of them will come off, probably. I found one that would have been great, but it's badly cracked. It says Haas Pharmacy. I'm going to take it in case it's local. Hey guys, just got a Colgate shaving stick. I think it's Colgate. Nice. Look what I just pulled out of the roof of the dump. It's a square and it's blown, unembossed, other than a registered number for probably UK on the base. But it seems to be in good shape, so I'll take that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love this dump because while it's mostly 1920s, there is some earlier stuff. I can't tell if it's late throws or if it's just weirdly mixed. But, yeah. Hey guys, this would have been really nice. It's a Purdue Frederick, New York. Oh, that would have been nice, but it's hugely cracked up, intolerably. Hey guys, just found a toy gun. And right after finding a flat tox, which I think is technically a poison, even though it's not poison style. Okay guys, got a few more finds since last spoke. I got an early radio 2 with the point on it, Osning milk bottle, and a poison. I don't know if I have the 1 ounce size yet. I have those in a bunch of different sizes. I'm not sure if I have that one, so I'll take it. Even if I didn't, I would take it to resale. Even if I did, I mean. Even if I knew I did. Oh my god, guys. Just got this. It's machine made, but it's early machine made because it's 1920s. It's amber, Grand Marinier liquor. Whoa. Look at that. Beautiful, insane shape. Whoa. Look at that. Can you believe that even exists? Whoa, that's a whole bottle. Oh my god, guys, look what I got. It's an Inkwell, a paneled Inkwell. Look at that. Whoa. I also got some other cool stuff, which I'll bring over to my bag in a moment. Oh my god, an Inkwell. Oh. Guys, I just found a metal record with the label. Recopto Records. Look at that, the paper label though, so I have to be very careful with it. Whoa. Let me move that to the side. Fortunately, I just found my second really good New York City pharmacy, but again, badly cracked in the back. I might keep it anyway, because it's a good enough one. I have to research it. Hello YouTube, Cameron here. I'm back with a review. Let's get started. First we'll start with some of the more basic stuff. This is a lid from tobacco product. It says Humidor on it, which is a tobacco brand. Yep. Pretty good for art. And this would have been nice. It only have half of it though. It says nothing to, and I came into the second part. It's gone. It's gold on the inside. It says nothing to. It's a chamber pot. Toy gun. I assume it's a toy. It's definitely not gun, but it could be some sort of other purpose, like a, I don't know. It wouldn't have held bullets though, but it could have been like a noisemaker for like, like a race starting kind of thing. And there's this UK bottle. It's somewhere from the UK. It has a registered number, which I should hopefully be able to look up. It's a nice square bottle, probably whiskey. It's machine made, but it's Prohibition era, so that was not allowed to be brought in, but it was. A lot of bootleg stuff you occasionally find. That's probably bootleg. Based on the fact that it's a 1920s dump. And it's probably dates to the 20s. And this is a container of some sort. I think it would have originally had a glass insert, but I'm not sure. Let me know if you know. It does have a maker's mark. I can't see it right now. It was more visible when wet. Let's see if I can find it. Right there. Can't really read it though. It's like 2 letters. And this is a nice early radio tube. Unfortunately, it's part of the top is chipped off, but it's clearly already like that. It has some staining. Still pretty cool though. I'm going to put that in a bottle top. Audion, patented as shown on carton, isolanite base. And I got 2 shaving sticks from Colgate. This one has a label on the front too. I'll get it wet so you can see. Figural. But it has like the brand name and I can't tell what it says, but it does have text there. Might have a date. No, it says, I can't tell what it says. New York. And I can't tell what it says above that. Probably Colgate. It has the logo on the top. And I have a larger size one, but it doesn't have text on the front. Well, actually it does. It's right there. But you can't really see it too well. Can't tell what it says. Then I got a record. It's made out of metal. It has the original label, which was cool. Unfortunately, it was way better condition when I found it, but I used spray paint to preserve it, but you're supposed to wait until the label's fully dry before spray painting it, and unfortunately, I thought it was fully dry, but it wasn't. So it looks kind of crappy. It looked brand new when like perfect condition when I dug it. But I made a mistake of spray painting it too early. Still pretty cool find though. Not sure I'm going to keep it or if it's going to be for sculpting because I messed up the label. Yeah, pretty cool though. This is one of the ones for home recordings, I believe. It says Recorder Records. It's from New York City. And this is a purchase, because I want to show some of my recent purchases too, since they're already out. It's a 19th century Chinese flower pot, which I am going to use probably. I only paid $5 for that. Pretty cool. It has dragons on it. It's nice stoneware. Then I got 2 of these Flytox bottles, which I guess is technically a poison, even though it's not a very rare one. I might keep one of those. The other one's cleaner. And this is a purchase. It's a Westchester County one, which is what I collect. Because I live in Westchester County, New York. It's a Willowbrook Dairy from Mount Vernon. It's late 20s, 1928. And this is a Nash hubcap. It's much more visible when wet, but it says Nash on it. So that newest 1920s, best age of the dump. Pretty cool. Then I got a Capers bottle. This is the less good one because it's machine made and not crude at all. I have a blown one coming up, you'll see. Then this is a Dairymen's League, which they did bottle locally, but also elsewhere. It's late 20s probably. Most of the stuff is 20s. Dairy Lee. And it's for some late throws, but it's a Dairy Lee milk bottle. 5 cents. This is the other Flytol. And this little vial, which while I find a lot of similar ones all the time, this one's different because you can see it doesn't have a lip, which I thought was pretty cool. It might serve some special purpose. And this is nice poison. I already have this poison, but I don't have it in cork top in this size, only screw top. I see the cornflower blue one. I think the screw top one. You see I have a whole row of different sizes. It's the only 1 ounce one I have, and this one's 1 ounce. So we'll join my row of variations. So I don't have it in this size in cork top. I don't have this variation. And this is a 1920s milk bottle, also local, Austin, New York. Gold Seal Dairy, Alberta Farm, F. Raycraft. Nice. That's late 20s probably. 1920 something. It has a date code, but I can't read the second digit. And this is a Sunday spoon. Unfortunately, someone came into my room and stepped on it by accident. But fortunately, it actually looks pretty good when they stepped on it. It got all the crust off. Not too bad damage-wise. So anyway, I was hoping it would have a store name on it, which I won't know until I treat it with chemicals, so I'll have to update you. Maybe in a later video, maybe in this one, depending on when I do it. If I do it before I'm done editing. And this is a probably peanut butter jar. It's an amber though, which is very unusual. And it does have a really cool base, as you can see. Unfortunately, the mold seam, the mold line from the suction went right through most of the text. But it has the brand name on it, but you can't really read it because of that. The only thing you can read is the word butter, and I'm sure it's not butter, but the only word I can read is butter. I can't read the brand name because of the seam, the suction mark. I'm still going to keep it, though, because it's a really cool peanut butter jar, and it can be pretty collectible. Then this one would have been really nice. It's blown, late throw, but unfortunately it's all cracked up. So I'll have to look it up, and depending on the rarity, if I'm going to keep it. It's a Haas pharmacy. I get a lot of, weirdly, most of the late throws are New York City pharmacies from like the turn of the century. Then I also got this nice one, and they're both made by Wheaton. Which Wheaton is actually a very old company. This is from way before the reproductions. This is an Ira M. Bailey, New York, another pharmacy. Nice, also blown. Fortunately, also cracked up, even though not as bad. So those depend on rarity for them to keep them. And this one does have some damage, but it's almost perfect condition, other than some staining. It's a beautiful, my first ever no-spill Inkwell, which was one of the ones on my goal list to dig eventually. Fortunately, it does have a flash crack right here, but it looks like it was already there. You can see right there, but it's only visible at an angle. So it still displays great, and it's a relatively small crack. It only goes from there to the top. So it's not too bad. There's no other damage other than some staining. So I'm still going to keep it, because it's a really beautiful, very thick-based Inkwell. And no spill really does work. That's why there's still water in there and why it's so dirty inside. Couldn't get a brush in there. And I couldn't get the water out completely. I shake it, it gets some of it out, but the last drop I couldn't get out. And here's another one of my best finds. This awesome Grand Marnier, which for pretty much my whole life until I dug this, I thought it said Grand Mariner. But it says Marnier. I always misread it for some reason. They still make it today, which is where I know the brand. But this is the earlier one. It's blown. This is my only late throw I got that isn't a pharmacy. I think there's one other late throw. It's a beautiful, it says, I guess a registration number. I think it's French. Grand Marnier Liqueur. And on the back, it says something, Marc Depose, which is a thing that says on a lot of French bottles. I don't know what it means. I have to look it up. And then it has the company name, Marnier La Postelle. Beautiful. Has some staining, as you can see, but that's okay with me. I don't mind staining. I'd rather it wasn't stained, but I can accept it. My most unique find is coming up. Then there's this, which I dug the lid separately, but right near it. It's a frosted glass cosmetic jar, which has a painted label. Hand-painted, to be clear. Unfortunately, the text is almost all gone, so I can't really identify it unless I see one with a complete label. You see it's kind of like a diamond pattern with flowers on the corners and little green dots along it. And it has a text in the middle. I can see what looks like an O and two Z's, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Would have been even better if it had the label surviving, but it's in the condition that I dug it in, so that's that. And this is a really nice crude Capers bottle. It's blown, for sure. It's nice and crude and dark. I've dug one this crude before, even though the other one's in slightly better condition, because this one has no chips or cracks or bruises, except for that little thing there, which might just be a flaw in the glass. Might not be damaged. But look how crude it is. It has like a texture to it. I've dug one other Capers bottle like this, but except that one has no staining, which is the main condition difference. But this one's still probably worth keeping. Beautiful. Get the focus. Yeah. Nice and crude. And this is my most unique find. It's a tree stump, and I'm 99.9% sure it's a bottle. So it has an opening right here, which probably would have held a cork or a stopper. And that's the only opening on it, so it's not a teapot or something. It's a copper glaze, which is why it's that color. It would have originally been like a brown coppery color, which is why it's all oxidized now, as you can see. But it has a nice rough bark texture, and it looks gently, because the glaze is delicate. It looks like it would have said something here. You can faintly see traces of letters on the, where might be letters in the upper section, but it's unfortunately long gone. And there's a few other stuff, and you can see it's pottery, even though it looks like metal from the outside. Oh, oh good, nothing came off this time. That's pretty nice though. Look at that. Get it to focus. Yeah. Pretty unique to find. And completely whole. And I want to show you one find. This is not from digging. This is from a hike I did. It's an ID. You can see it's probably 60s or 70s. You see there's a photo of a child. Or is that a child? I think it's a child. And then it has the ID over here. It says approved identification card. And unfortunately, all the details are faded. You can faintly see traces of the typewriting, but not to the point where you can read it. Fortunately, it survived when it dried out. Look at that. That's cool. But all the personal details did not survive. They would have been on that end, on the right side. But you can faintly see traces of them. But without getting the dirt out, I can't see them fully. But I can't get the dirt out because if I get the dirt out, I just can't. It also has a phone number built into it. I need to find it. Right here. Let me see, what style of phone number is that? If I'm reading the style of phone number correctly, it's one of the larger ones, which means, yeah, I was right, at oldest 1960s. It's one of the longer phone numbers. I think it's 60s, maybe 70s. Also because it's color image. Pretty cool, though. It's at least 50 years old, possibly as much as 60 years old. And I believe that's all. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. Thanks for watching. Time to stump this video. That doesn't make much sense, but good enough.